you can always make the start point whenever you want.
That's true.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
You recorded it now, isn't it? Recording?
Yeah.
Cool, you got it.
See, you couldn't. This doesn't even need to be the start point. You can start later.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Like
We could
now.
keep talking for like 10, 20 minutes. And
Welcome
that'll
everybody
work.
to Plot Unknown.
Yeah?
Yes.
I'm Luke. I'm here with Melissa.
He never lets me say my name.
Sorry.
Say my name.
Melissa's
I'm Melissa.
here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Who's that?
We have
What?
a special guest today.
I'm Justin.
Oh, thank you. I was like, who are you?
I thought Luke was gonna say it.
No, we got
Yeah.
Justin.
Luke probably should say it since he says everybody else's name.
No, I'll let you say your own name. Justin.
One more time. What's your name?
Justin.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And we are recording this very far ahead.
Mm-hmm.
But circumstances make it so that we have to do that. So
Yeah, he's famous now. Justin's famous.
I'm going
Justin
away.
is famous now. He's going to Cali.
California.
Sweet old Cali. So we're just gonna jump into it, I guess. Then, right?
I don't have anything to say.
Justin, do you have anything you want to?
Yeah, I guess all I need to know is what all do you know about this movie? Like, have you seen the trailers at all?
Nope.
You have. Okay, good.
I think I've seen a trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Not
I
much.
know
But
now.
I don't know
remember?
what the fuck is happening.
Yeah. So my history with this movie, because I need to talk about this.
Oh
Of
my
course.
God. Let's hand it over to Justin.
Which I even say what it is.
Yeah, go
Because,
for it.
yeah,
Go
it's
for it.
Paddington 2, obviously, if you know me.
Paddington
Oh,
2.
yeah. What does
Yeah.
P stand for?
Paddington.
Paddington 2.
Yeah.
Let's go.
But yeah, so like, there's this. I follow a whole bunch of different, critics online on Twitter. This one guy would not shut up about it. He writes for like IndieWire.
Ooh.
So yeah, no, he like would not. Like, yeah, he would
Big
like
dick out
usually
here.
he would review a movie and then like he'd like, oh, it was really good, and then he just moves on to the next one. But he would not like. It was weeks after this movie came out, and he would not shut up. And like this guy is like very like critical of movies.
Yeah.
So like, okay, like now I have to give this a shot. He's like 100%. Like everybody needs to go see this movie. It's life changing. And everybody else was saying this too, like online. Like, okay, I need to see it. I watched the trailer. And there's nothing special about it. Like, I watch it now after seeing the movie, and I don't get, like...
Mr. Trailer Man, is it a good trailer?
No, it's not.
Okay.
But it doesn't spoil anything. Like, I guess it's good because it's like, yeah, sure, I'll see it. But, like, you don't know.
You don't know,
Like, you can
yeah.
watch it right now. I mean, you know the plot points, but, like...
I don't.
I don't.
Yeah, that's good.
No idea.
Yeah, I'm
I guess that's
really
the point
excited
of
to
that.
know, like, what you guys think.
I have no
Because
idea.
I would not stop talking about this movie since January when I saw it. You can actually go on my Facebook, and, like, I never write about movies on Facebook. I kind of keep that, like... I don't know.
Separate.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know. I just family's on there with politics and stuff, so I'm just like, I don't really.
You
go on
probably
Facebook.
don't need
But
to
like,
know my movie
I
reviews.
posted about this movie. All I said is go see Paddington 2.
Yeah.
And then
It'll change your life.
Exactly.
I'm excited. I feel like my life is gonna change.
Yeah.
I
I
think
hope
it'll
mine
be
does.
really oh, I lost the word I was gonna say. Really, really shitty if my life doesn't change. I think I'm gonna be really
It changed
upset.
my life. I can say that like all in all honesty.
I can't wait.
So before we get started, is there anything that you want to promote since you're here?
Oh, plug
My
yourself.
SoundCloud.
Yeah, plug yourself.
I was like,
I don't have a
oh.
SoundCloud.
Oh, I fucking.
What do you have?
Huh?
What do you have?
I have a YouTube channel.
Oh,
Oh
shit.
shit!
Yes.
Justin's
You
got
gotta
a YouTube
plug
channel.
yourself, boy.
I mean, I don't really care about that anymore because I'm, gonna be
You
working
got
on.
it.
Oh,
I got that
Big
like-
Dick fucking Carpenter over
Yeah.
here. Sorry, what are you gonna be doing in Cali,
No, I'm
Mr.
gonna
Man?
be editing movie trailers.
Oh my God,
Professionally too.
Yeah.
guys, we have a.
Actually, I told the guy, the career director there, I'm like, when Paddington 3 is like announced, like we need to get that trailer.
Yeah, you have to work on it.
Would that be
Yeah.
like the pinnacle of your life?
Yeah.
If you, oh my God.
Absolutely.
I think I would cry for you if you got to work on that trailer.
I'd be so happy.
Be
You
like
absolutely have to work on it.
the end all be
Oh yeah,
all.
but my YouTube channel is Carpenter Sound.
Carpenter Sound.
Please go look. He's very talented.
He was on the UK trending.
Oh yeah,
For
the
a
whole time.
Ah,
And what was not Chris Rock? What was the other rap? Drake.
Yeah,
What's the
you
In
were
My
above
Feelings?
Drake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He,
it was in my feelings, and then your trailer.
Yeah,
Wow.
but like I hate that song now because I was
Oh.
one away from number one, and I'll
You
never
were
get
so
there
close.
again.
I'm sorry.
Maybe you will.
You will. Don't say that. When you're
You went
when you're-
viral, kinda.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Which trailer was it for?
It was.
I'm a fake fan.
Yeah, Infinity War Godzilla
Oh,
style.
that's for the yep.
Yeah, so
Got a lot of buzz for that
on
one.
that YouTube channel, you'll find a bunch of like trailers that are cut in the styles of different trailers.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a good way to put it?
Yeah, that's like one of the things I did. That's yeah.
He's got a
Yeah,
variety.
they're great.
Of
Go check them
things.
out. He doesn't really give a shit about it anymore, but
Yeah,
we do.
I care about Paddington too.
We
That's
do.
all I care about.
Yeah,
That's all he's here
today
for.
is just about Paddington.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about anything
I've
else.
been wanting you guys to see it for I don't know how long.
I'm sorry.
Ever since I saw it. So.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I've been waiting because like I wouldn't feel right if I didn't watch it without you.
Yeah.
I think
I
that would be-
actually agree with that.
I think it would be wrong.
My
I feel
excuse is that
dirty.
I was waiting to watch it with you.
Yeah, yeah, that's also my excuse.
And I'm kind of scared I'm overhyping it, but not really. 'Cause
That's my
I
fear,
overhyped
too.
it to our friend Jacob, and like every single time we would like hang out, I would just talk about it, and he's like, "I'm gonna hate this movie." He saw it. His life was changed. He told me.
I'm glad. We'll ask him because he's also going to be a guest at some point. We'll ask him how his life has changed.
Yeah.
Because of Paddington.
Yep.
We have a serious question.
Specifically because of Paddington.
Yeah. Anyways, let's get to the predictions.
Yeah.
So we're going to take 5 minutes and write some plots. I don't think it's going to take 5 minutes because I don't know what the fuck to write.
I don't
Some
even
bear.
have an inkling.
Take 10 minutes, please.
Take 10 minutes?
I don't care.
Oh my god.
Just make it entertaining for me.
Okay.
All right,
Yes,
so we're
sir.
going to take 5 minutes and then come back with our predictions.
I still have mine in here.
Maybe I should take a look.
I'm sorry, this is a private conversation.
Oh, it's all right, Mr. Brown. This is my friend, Knuckles.
Oh, yeah.
And this is Phibbs.
G'day.
Spoon.
Hello.
Jimmy the Snitch.
All right.
T-Bone.
Watch out.
The Professor.
Hi.
Squeaky Pete.
Hello.
Double Bass Bob.
Hello.
Farmer Jack.
Okay.
Mad Dog. Johnny Cashpoint.
Ka-ching.
Sir Geoffrey Wilcott.
I hope I can rely on your vote.
And Charlie Rumble.
It's so wonderful to meet you all. I must say it's a great relief to know that Paddington's already made such sweet friends.
Would you excuse us a moment?
I hope I hate this movie.
That's fucked up.
He said,
So you can go first.
I would just fucking love to go first. All right. Y'all ready for Paddington 2? Put your fucking phone down. Diva.
I should probably
Yikes.
put this like on.
Silent.
You know how many times I've not had it on silent and it's going on?
You know how many times?
Every single episode.
Yeah. All right.
I could remove that noise now.
Ooh, Mr. Editor over here. That's actually pretty cool, though. I think it doesn't really matter. Okay, Paddington 2, right?
Oh, we've been recording?
He hasn't stopped.
I just cut it out.
Oh, okay, cool.
Ooh, he's a good cutter
Movie
outer.
magic. I'm not.
It's a podcast. Paddington 2, all right, is about a bear.
Got it.
He also happens to wear a raincoat and a really cool hat.
We have something similar because I said the same thing.
Sick. Paddington used to be a child's teddy bear, but then he grew up and takes on the world as an adult teddy bear. In parentheses, I put he is not Ted. This is not Ted the movie, I promise. In parentheses. I then say he boards a train every day to get to his job, which happens to be a taste tester for new sandwiches. In parentheses, I put see the movie cover.
What?
There's a sandwich on the movie cover.
It's
What the fuck?
Listen, and he gets into a lot of shenanigans at his job, right? So I say,
As a sandwich man does.
as a sandwich man should do. I then put an example, say how in 101 Dalmatians, where Cruella de Vil falls into the cake maker and like becomes a cake, you know, she gets like, you know what I'm talking about, right? Mm-hmm. That's what happens to him, but he falls into the vats of like honey. And then in parentheses, I put not an ode to Winnie the Pooh.
At a fucking sandwich shop, he falls into vats of honey.
Yeah. Listen, they make all their ingredients
Every
from
sandwich
scratch.
I have has honey on it.
Some people like honey sandwiches, like honey and peanut butter and marshmallows.
Peanut butter, honey.
Yeah,
They-
fluffernutters.
sandwich.
Yeah.
Fluffernutters.
I know what you're saying. I'm just saying, like, who has a damn vat at their sandwich shop?
They
I don't
make-
walk into Jersey Mike's and see a
This
vat
is not a
of
normal.
honey.
This is an English
Why
sandwich
would they even
shop.
have honey at Jersey Mike's?
That's true. I don't know anything about British people.
This is an English.
They could absolutely
This is
be
an English
different.
sandwich shop, okay? And
That's how they run things.
Yeah.
They
I
I
make.
mean, she's completely right, by the way. Like, she...
I know.
Yeah.
I nailed it on the head.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Just wait till you hear mine.
Okay. Well, I didn't finish, but that's basically it. He's a fucking sandwich taste tester. And he's important, and he gets into shenanigans, and that's what the movie's about. And then there's some end-all, be-all about how, you know, his life is greater than sandwiches, and he strives to be the best, and then he becomes the genie in Aladdin. Okay.
The genie in Aladdin.
Yeah. He's
Yeah,
singing.
yeah, she nailed that 100%.
Yeah, and the end, it becomes a musical, and there's like a big, like, cabaret number.
Yeah.
I like
little
it.
taste.
I like it. So he becomes Robin Williams.
Yeah, and then Robin Williams does a cabaret show. The very end of the movie.
Yes.
Living Robin Williams
No,
or dead
it was
Robin
a dead.
Williams?
They
It was
pieced.
like CGI like they did with Leia. and
Okay.
Star
Yes.
I gotcha.
And they like.
Sorry to spoil for you
Tasteful.
guys.
As long as it's
she's
tasteful,
dead?
it's okay.
Yeah, well, they piece like they take all of his audio from different movies and just paste it together so it sounds like they're new sentences.
Got it.
And it's still Robin Williams. This has gone on far too
They
long.
actually have that kind of technology with Adobe.
I'm sure they do.
You have like
Adobe?
you get all these. I forgot what the program is. I'm not even sure if it's like out now, but you can just like get all these different recordings. So you're doing all these different types of syllables, consonants, and stuff like that.
And just make.
And they type something out and it makes it sound like you're saying it.
That's fucked.
Yeah.
That's what they're
Anyways,
gonna do for
cool.
pornos. You know how they put
I want
celebrities
to have
faces?
as much
gotcha.
empty space after you said pornos as possible. Can we edit longer pauses in there?
Yeah, I can add silence.
Yeah. That's a crickets.
The rest of the podcast will be silence after that. It's just gonna end.
The flat line. It gets
It's
killed.
just beeping for 40 minutes. The apocalypse happened.
All
All right, Luke, let's hear yours.
Yes.
So Paddington is a bear. That's about all I know.
Great.
Anyways, Paddington is a sweet little bear with a hat and a raincoat, and he finds himself in some trouble with real humans because he's a fucking bear.
He's a bear, yeah.
So, those humans, sorry,
Humans.
think that he's fair game to hunt because he's a bear. So,
Fuck.
yeah. Well, he runs away from these guys and meets a sweet little. I spelled it meets accidentally, as in like.
Meat.
He gets meat, yeah.
Yeah. He meets a sweet little family along their way and bonds with the daughter. Eventually, the hunters find them. And the dad of the family defends Paddington by fist fighting them, but he's injured in the process. And then I said, like Jim from The Office in that one movie about the deaf girl.
Deaf girl?
Deaf girl. Don't breathe? No, I don't know the name of that movie.
Quiet
I put
Place?
that in. You can see I put it in parentheses. I don't know the name.
You
of that
also
movie.
spelled.
Paddington 4 different ways. I was trying to go as
blasphemy.
fast
He
as I
spelled
could.
it Patting.
Paddington?
Paddington.
I spelled it right in this too.
Oh,
I
with
just
the D's?
tried to go as fast
You're
as I
an
possibly
idiot.
could.
Okay.
Anyways, Paddington takes over the role as the father and makes up with the hunters.
What? Wait,
Is
now
he like a
Paddington's
kid
the
bear
dad?
Too? Like he's not even a fully grown bear.
Yeah, he's not fully grown.
Is
Yet. He's still yet a child.
Is he like?
He
I don't know if this
becomes
is-
the dad. Like he's now the dad of the
Okay.
family.
But is he like a bear?
Yeah, he's a bear.
He's a bear.
He's a straight up bear.
I was under
This
the
is not
impression that he was
corduroy.
a teddy bear.
This is a
There are so
bear.
many bear movies.
Corduroy?
Corduroy?
What the heck is corduroy?
You've never fucking seen Corduroy?
All I
I
know
don't
is
even. I don't think that's a movie. I think it's a
Winnie the
book.
Pooh.
Because it is a.
I guess Ted
Book.
is one.
Ted, that's
the
what I said.
Bernstein Bears or how?
Bernstein
Yeah,
Bears.
What's Bernstein? Isn't like a weird thing? With
Oh,
like
the fucking Mandela
yeah.
effect.
And then there's the one with like their animatronic and they like what's it called?
the banjo people. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's kind of like when you go Chuck E. Cheese. Like
Yeah, I was about to say the Chuck E. Cheese people.
it's just,
No!
it's like it's one of those
Five Nights at
things.
Freddy's.
They're the.
Yes.
That's what
Stop
you're talking
it.
about.
No,
Yeah,
they,
actually, yeah,
they
kinda,
play
but
the
just-
banjo.
it's
The Country Bears.
Yeah, the country
Duh.
bears. Yeah,
Yeah, duh.
so those are bears.
I'm
I
yelling.
totally knew that. I absolutely knew that.
Ugh.
Well, I'm going to give myself a 0 out of 10. Melissa?
Oh. Ooh. I'm going to give myself a 0 because he's not
Well,
even a
guys
teddy
say he's
bear.
oh yeah, I guess technically yeah. But you got the raincoat and the hat,
That's-
right? So that's like
Yeah, but we kind of knew
And
that
there's
going
a
in.
sandwich
Yeah.
at some point in the movie. Beep,
You
beep,
can say
beep.
that.
Thank you. I'm gonna give myself a 1 then. I would give you a 2 because at
You'd give
least
me a 2?
because at least you knew it was the actual bear.
How did you not know it was an actual bear?
When you started saying it, I pictured him in my mind. I was like, that's not a teddy bear at all. That's a bear.
That's fair. All right, well,
know.
we are going to go watch the movie, and we will report back
I'm very excited.
and when we come back.
I'm not sure if I'm ready for this emotionally again.
Oh no.
I don't think I am either.
I hope I cry.
Hello? Who goes there? Reveal yourself. Henry?
Hello, Phoenix.
What on earth are you doing here?
I might ask you the same thing.
Well, I live here. It's my house.
And I insure it.
We're back. Plot unknown. Luke, Justin, Melissa.
They didn't go anywhere.
I said we're back,
Oh,
not they're back.
they know who we are though now.
You're right. We watched Paddington.
We watched Paddington too.
It was great. It was very good.
It was very good.
Before we dive
I like
into it,
It was so good.
let's talk about our summaries and how we did.
Y'all.
Also, Justin, can you pull up an IMDb summary?
I can look that up.
He could probably
Or I can
just
just say it.
You
myself.
could literally
Yeah.
just say
you
a
also
summary.
could do that.
Well, I need a separate podcast to give a summary of it.
Yeah,
That's
just
true.
the Paddington.
Pottington.
cast.
Pottington, yeah.
Yeah.
Potting.
I actually think that we both had parts that were right and both had parts that were wrong.
Let me tell you that mine was spot the fuck on.
I think I got the spirit of the movie.
I
on the run.
I pulled shit out of my ass and I got so
Yeah.
much of it correct that I am shocked.
Yeah.
Because I let me tell you that I didn't even see the trailer for this movie. The only thing I've ever heard is just you like say the name. Like you've never even like talked about what it's like. You're just like, you need to fucking watch it because it's good. And wow.
Yeah, I think that I got the little like, yeah, the spirit of the movie kind of right. You know,
Okay.
like he's on the run for a little bit, and then there's some shit going down, and
You just want to be right so bad.
I don't remember exactly what you said, but I remember, it was like
It wasn't right. He does find himself in trouble with real humans.
yeah.
That is true.
They weren't hunters.
They weren't hunters.
were-
That's actually, I think, the
absolutely real
first
people
movie
that-
where Nicole Kidman is like a taxidermist, and she wants to like kill
Stop.
Paddington.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh
Hey.
my god.
I got the plot right for
I haven't
Paddington
seen it
1.
yet.
Yeah, hey, look at that.
Yeah, we have none of us have seen the first Paddington.
And you don't need to see the second.
You
I say
really
go
don't.
see the second one first because, like, apparently the second one's better. From everybody who's seen the first one says the second one is better. So like, just go in with like the best one, just like complete shock value because it's like it's all over the place. And
Yeah.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
can
I'll-
see
I'll
why
stop
it's. I can see why it's 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I can absolutely see. Let me tell you that I was a little bit hesitant in the beginning.
Yeah.
was-
Same was I.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, like, of the first, like, I don't know, probably like 10 minutes of it are, like, iffy. Like, I don't
I thought it
know.
was really sweet.
But
It was sweet, but
Yeah. Yeah, because when I first watched it, I'm like, okay, it's a bear. Like, isn't like it's okay. Like, it's not bad, but just like I thought the same exact thing.
it's just kind of like at the beginning, it feels very much like a kid movie.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, it's very much directed at kids. Because it's very, like, child book.
oh yeah.
Because it's like, oh, well, I found this bear floating down a river, and now we're going to raise it.
Yeah.
But, oh,
And
man.
everybody's accepting of it. Like,
Oh,
nobody's like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
nobody says except the one like neighborhood watch guy. Nobody says shit about it.
yeah.
I got things to say.
Just a bear.
I got things to say. But let's talk about our plots. You talked about yours, but let me talk about
Yeah, so
fucking
go ahead and
mine.
talk about yours.
All right. Not a teddy bear. I would like to reiterate that. My bad. But, guys, so he does take on the world as an adult bear. That's fair.
In a way, yeah.
He's like a kid bear.
Well,
I would
he gets a
s-
job. He tries to get a job in the workforce and fails
Yeah.
miserably.
He's an adult. Lots of sandwiches.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of sandwiches. He does work
Mm.
as a sandwich maker at some point in the prison.
Yeah.
That is a good point.
Okay, there is a train involved. He boards a train, not every day to get to his job, but he boards a train at the end.
Yeah,
There's a train
It,
chase.
it also is his job
Guys.
to clear his name.
Guys.
Basically, yeah.
And he gets into lots of shenanigans during his work
that's
too.
that's when
Yeah,
like
that
it's
is a
very
very good
slapstick,
point.
like Three Stooges, like the stuff that happens with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
And they all involve his job, which is what I got. And also, when I was just spewing bullshit out of my ass, there was a musical number at the end.
Yeah.
You were
What
very
the
right.
hell? Guys, let me tell you. I just, like, I promise I had no idea.
I think that is.
I was shocked.
I don't believe you.
I promise.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you.
So I think I got a 1. Is that an okay consensus? A 1?
A 1?
Yeah.
I'd give you maybe a 2 because with
Ooh,
the
okay, I'll take a 2.
what's it called, like the I don't know, him dealing with like the real world or whatever, like grown-ups and stuff like that.
Okay, I'll take a 2.
What do you give me?
It's definitely over a 5.
It
I
is.
give that.
It's tough. It's tough. It's just how high do we go?
The only thing you didn't get is like obviously the main villain or like the whole purpose of the movie is like Aunt Lucy and her
Yeah.
book, but that's like
Yeah.
the plot points. Like you
Yeah,
got
I
like
think-
the general stuff.
Yeah, I got like
Yes.
random parts of the movie and then a bunch of general.
I'd give it like a 6-7 or somewhere right there.
I think I'm going to give you
Wow.
a 6.5.
Thank you. Guys, this is the best I've ever done.
I know.
yeah.
This is almost the best that anyone's ever done. Except, Luke, I think you're still first on American Beauty.
Yes. Well, we don't technically know because this podcast is going up like
That is true.
Yeah.
Oh,
a
that's
month
true.
after we record it, so maybe we do really well going forward.
On another
but
one.
As of this
As
date
of
and time,
October-
this is the best.
What day is it?
ever
October
done.
8th?
Yeah.
8th that we're recording this. This is the best I've ever done.
Yeah. Wow. So
We've
good
ever
job.
done as a.
Good
Thank
job.
you. Thanks, guys. Wow. Paddington 2.
Yes.
Great movie.
Shall we dive?
I would love to dive.
Justin, I think it's only fitting that you go first.
I do. I think this is going
Dive
to be
into
a lot
what,
of Justin talking.
Just
and a
whatever
lot of
you
us
want.
listening to
Okay.
Dude,
Justin.
start
Well,
wherever
show
you
the
want.
the plot for anybody who hasn't seen
Oh,
it.
yeah,
Which
yeah.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
yes, please.
well, the IMDb is Paddington, now happily settled with Brown family and popular member of the local community, picks up a series of odd jobs to buy the perfect present of his Aunt Lucy's 100th birthday, only for the gift to be stolen, which is a very
very
simple, just like that's what happens. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
That's a pretty good plot. Who did you see? What username that was from?
Oh, do we give them shout outs or whatever? Let's
Yeah.
see.
It's only fair. We didn't write it.
How do you
That's
see
copyright.
that? I don't think. No, that was just the regular one. There's one below it written by. It's longer.
That's the IMDb one.
It's
That's
a-
the
Yeah.
official.
Oh.
Yeah,
Summary.
that's what they think.
Okay. Well, that's a very, straight to the point.
I like it.
Summary.
I like it.
Yeah, this is my 6th time seeing it, and I've picked up on other things I have not noticed before.
That is
Like what?
one of my favorite things about movies.
Well, one of the things is like I like about movies is the concept of setup and payoff.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's one example. It's a good example. Is from the Titanic, where you guys seen Titanic, right?
Yes.
Remember the one scene where I forgot the guy's name. Zane is the actor. Like he pulls out the gun to shoot Rose when they're running away.
Yeah.
But if you look earlier in the movie, I think there's a part where like he like unholsters his gun to like show his gun, like he's like, don't mess with me. So if that setup wasn't there, he would have pulled out the gun and then shot her. Like, wait, where did he get the gun?
Yeah.
So you need that like setup and then payoff.
There was so much of that in this movie.
I want to like do like a freaking like video essay on this of how much. The best one, like, well, the ones that I noticed the second time was it's just like little stuff. It's nothing like really that thematic, but like when he goes to the what's it called, the fair, Paddington, like he's eating one of those candied apples, and then he uses it at the end for
And
the
he notices how sticky it is.
Yeah. And then also Phoenix Buchanan, which is kind of the same with the weapon. Where remember when
the sword? He had the sword in the house.
Yeah, in the house, he pulls it out and he's like, okay, so he has a sword,
Yeah.
and so when he uses a sword later, he's like, oh, that makes sense that he used a sword. Although this movie doesn't really like. It doesn't really have a logic, you know. It's just like cute little stuff like that.
Yeah.
But the biggest one, which I noticed this like I think the second time maybe, but like when you watch it from the very beginning, where you say the parts are boring, there's like they set up all the characters like Paddington's family's like what they want or something like that, where like J Dog, what is his name, the son,
I don't know what
Jonathan?
Jonathan, probably Jonathan, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm horrible with names. If you think after the 6th time I know the names, but he's into steam trains.
Yeah.
At the end of the movie, he uses steam trains to help Paddington.
Yeah.
The sister, she's into like
writing
or what's the newspaper, like journalism.
Mm-hmm.
She's at the end to save, like to help Paddington, where she snaps the picture to stop Buchanan.
Oh yeah.
What's his name? The father. He's like, oh, he's going through a midlife crisis, and like he's trying to go through chacrobatics or whatever, and at the end, he's
when he does this,
the
yoga
stand
thing.
out and do a split.
God, that was fantastic.
And then the mother, she wants to go like on an adventure. She's like writing all these books, and actually they use the same like framing of the shot where she jumps out of like the hot air balloon to go into the water. She wants to go on an adventure. She goes on an adventure and uses her swimming to help Paddington.
Yeah.
It's just like very beginning to the very end.
Yeah.
That's just one arc. There's several others.
And the same with the dad being the bullseye guy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And he
That's
does
too.
at the very end. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like one of the main things I noticed about that movie. I'm glad you brought that up first, because like there's so many like parallels, I guess.
Yeah.
They really like help set up that
like arcs,
that
like
arcs,
little mini arcs, general arcs, thematic arcs.
Because that doesn't leave you being like, what the fuck? Like everything makes sense. Like there's a
I
reason for
agree with that.
everything.
And I think one of the things that's really interesting is that all of those like arcs that were used in the end of the movie were set up in that very first letter to
chair is so squeaky.
to his aunt.
Oh yeah,
like
yeah.
The very first letter that he reads out, which is within like the first 10 minutes of the movie,
Yeah.
like you were saying, like all of those things are set up and then pay off at the end of the movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's actually one thing I didn't really pay. It's so obvious, but at the very beginning where Aunt Lucy and the uncle, I forgot his name, they're like, before they save Paddington, they're like, oh, I can't wait to go to London. You know, they're like, she really wants to go see London.
Yeah.
And then she couldn't go see London because she's now raising Paddington.
Yeah.
And then like, so Paddington now in London is helping her out to bring her out. It's just like, oh, it's so good.
Yeah, I loved it. Everything in this movie is just so like, I think wholesome is the best word.
Yeah,
like
that's
everything
one
is
word.
just
Yeah.
so sweet.
Yeah.
You know, and it gets sad for a minute, you know, obviously, but I think that the whole kind of point of this movie in my mind is that like his aunt was right in that she wants everybody to be sweet, and that makes like the world better. And I feel like in the entire time that he's in the prison, you see all of that work out.
Oh yeah,
because Paddington,
and it's
does
like
nothing.
so obvious too.
Yeah, Paddington does nothing but be really sweet to everybody, and then the prison is perfect.
Yeah. I love that character. I love that arc, like that prison arc, because prison is an awful place. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
But like it makes it so sweet and like it's like
Literally
so inviting, which is
because
it's a sweet prison, yeah. And it makes it so inviting. Like you're in there for a long. Obviously, this is a movie, but like you're in there for a long time, and they're eating like sludge and shit, and Paddington makes a stand, and it's like we got to change this place. We gotta make some marmalade sandwiches.
And I love that one thing that's like when he's doing when they're like creating all the pastries, and like he's all the inmates are like eating and they're having a good time and everything's positive energy, and then like Paddington takes it to the guard. He's like, "Oh, have some." You know? And as opposed to being like in real life where it's like inmates versus the guards, and it's just like we just automatically hate you for whatever reason.
But they're all like coexisting now.
In real life, there are some people in jail where it's like you don't deserve that, like murderers. But like this isn't Paddington's world where I just assume that all of them are doing non-violent offenses, like
like they all jaywalked.
Nothing bad. I'm just gonna assume
they had like less of an ounce of weed on them.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's when the father says at the very end where like Paddington sees the good in all of us, and like one of my favorite scenes is like when before Paddington goes to help Knuckles. He like opens the door for him. He's like, "Oh, after you." He's like, "Why are you gonna stab me in the back?" Where like all his life, that's all he knows is people treating him bad, stabbing him in the back. So where like he's very defensive, and he has all these walls put up to like protect himself. And he's like, "Oh no, I'm just being nice to you." And then like slowly you see him like that wall like crumbling down to where he's like very positive. And and like if you notice at the very beginning, like they have it set up where Paddington, where he's like going through the neighborhood, is like, oh, he gives the sandwich to the one woman on the bike, makes the guy remember his keys, and then like the colonel, I forgot what I think he's just being kind to him, but like and then later when he's gone, remember like when they revisit the neighborhood, it's like
it mirrors
the color,
that same shot.
The coloring is very like washed out to where it's like visually it's very sad, and then like the woman's like, "Oh, I don't have my breakfast, so I'm grumpy." The guy forgets his keys. It's like such an obvious like
you see the effect that Paddington has on that neighborhood.
And the crazy thing is like with movies, I hate stuff that's not subtle and like happy endings. This movie like is like, fuck that, I'm gonna go like to the extreme on all of these, and I totally enjoy all of it. Like all the stuff that's heavy handed, I'm like I don't know, it just works for me.
It's like heavy-handed in a good way. It's not like pushing a really big theme down your throat aside from just be nice to people. And the entire way that Paddington acts like correlates with that. Like that's his entire character, is he's just this really sweet kid.
It's not
Kid Bear.
A kid bear.
Yeah, sorry.
That's the thing, is like like he doesn't. I feel like a lot of characters that are overly nice get kind of annoying, but he's just like such a sweet little bear. Maybe it helps that he's like not a human and he's like a bear.
He's also kind of naive.
I mean, watch Won't You Be My Neighbor with Mr. Rogers. He's like a real life Paddington.
Oh, really?
Where like he's overly nice, which like at first like that, I mean, that's just the whole thing back to like Knuckles, like, why are you being nice to me? Because we're just like, oh, are you trying to get something out of me? Trying to stab me in the back? And that's how everybody is in real life. But then like, no, Paddington's Mr. Rogers is like the real deal. And like at first it's off-putting, but the more you get to like you see them and get to know them, you're like, oh, you're actually a good person. Then you I don't know.
Yeah, I got you. I mean, this movie's awesome. It's very good. It's very, very good.
I wish more kids movies were like this, where instead of fart jokes is just like
it's like an actual like theme about like the goodness in the world and everything.
And one of the things Mr. Rogers says is like how, I mean, kind of like in your day-to-day life, you kind of like want to make yourself worthy of people's like affection, or just like, oh, I need to get a good job, get a lot of money, make people like me, all this stuff. But like Mr. Rogers says, like, you don't need all of that. You just need to be yourself and just love other people, and that's all you need to do. With Paddington, it's the same. Like, he can't do anything right. And all he does, like, all he can do is just love other people, and then
make marmalade.
Oh yeah, make marmalade. Yeah, actually, he is good at that.
Yeah.
But and then like, since he's just kind to people, that's all you really need to do in your life. You don't have to be good at anything. Just be nice, and then people will be nice back to you. And then everybody's happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
there's
it's
no
a really
problems in the world.
Yeah, it's a really sweet message.
Yeah, it really is. Like, because I mean, you know, no matter how hard you fail, like, he just picks himself back up and you know, tries again, or just keeps a positive attitude, which is super, super hard to do.
Yeah. Yeah, even with my roommate problems I'm having right now, I'm like that one girl. I'm just gonna be
fuck
like,
you.
Oh Lord.
yeah, I'm like gonna go
Show
like
her
I'm just
this
gonna show up and
podcast,
just
be
hug her.
hey,
I'm like, you
listen,
know what? We've had our problems, but let's have a good
let's
time.
move on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
I'm gonna be like Paddington, bitch.
Yeah,
And
I'm still gonna get my room that you owe me.
Yeah.
But
You,
this
yeah,
is just out of
exactly.
context for
You
so many
should.
people
You should.
listening.
It's all right.
So one
LA
of the,
problems, am
one
I
of the
right?
other things that I noticed.
LA problem.
Starlit out here. One of the things I really noticed about this movie that I really enjoyed was the entire time I was watching it, I was like, man, like this really fucking reminds me of like Moonrise Kingdom. And I like that movie in particular because it gave me the first time I ever watched Moonrise Kingdom, it like made me feel really warm inside, and I don't really know why, but it did.
Youth in movies,
And like a community of people that are just, you know, accepting of you and stuff like that.
Yeah, and it's
And are
working
helpful.
together. So sweet.
Yeah.
It's just so sweet, and I mean everything is shot. What's that fucking guy's name? Who directed that movie?
Oh God, I'm awful with celebrity. I know.
I can name all the fucking movies, but I can't tell you.
How are we finna
God.
M.
bind
Night
on
Shyamalan.
This? Yes, it's M Night.
It's that one.
I should feel this.
Tenenbaum. I don't know.
Well, it's the
No,
same. It's the
I mean,
same
yeah,
director.
but-
It is Wes Anderson. Duh.
How are we gonna fucking forget Wes Anderson?
Yikes.
Yeah, but I got like a bunch of Wes Anderson vibes.
Yeah, the shots
From
like the
this movie.
prison where it's everything's
Yes.
symmetrical.
And like all the colors.
Yeah,
and
the
all,
pink,
just all the
yeah.
set pieces and everything.
Wow.
Everything
That's so
reminded me
true.
of that.
That's
Um,
weird.
Oh, that's just another thing with like the setup and payoff. I forgot like where, like a lot of movies they have jokes just to have jokes. Like, oh, we're going to set up, you know, just a joke and make you laugh and that's it. But like all the jokes in this movie, I'm pretty sure have like a narrative reason, like where he like mixes up the, you know, the red sock and makes all of the, you know, the uniforms like white, like, you know, pink. And then they later like basically open like a pastry shop where they're making all these pastel
Yeah.
colors. And it's
Yeah.
just like, oh, that's like cool. And then at the end of the movie, they already have like their outfits for the big
Yeah, I was gonna
final
say
dance.
that in that like the very end of the movie, they're still in the pink.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Nothing changed. They're still in the pink.
Honestly, I
love
feel like
that.
I mean, there's an idea with color theory where like with prison and like stuff like that, like just make stuff pink. Like if you made prison, like seriously, the hardcore criminals, their outfits, all of them pink.
Make everything pastel.
Yeah.
Give them a bunch of pastries.
Maybe it'll make them feel better. I mean, there is a
Reform.
lot of logic to that because I mean, colors can make you feel certain things. Like I think, what is it? Like yellow makes you hungry. That's why
Yeah.
like McDonald's is yellow, stuff like that. Like I mean, maybe just pastel colors just make you feel lighter and happier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the other thing not in real life, but in this movie that is so cool is just a so stark contrast between all of the colors and all of the color schemes in the prison versus what you expect prison to be.
Also, like the contrast of the outside of the prison, how it's always like gloomy and like dark and like
raining.
stormy and raining. Yeah, but on the inside, it's so like light.
Everybody loves it.
Yeah, everybody's like,
Everybody
And it's
loves
like
I love
it's like a thing that you see that all the time in movies, which I remember you guys discussing in some where like, oh, that's like represents that like this is like something anybody can like pick
Yeah,
up on.
it is
Like if you're a
so
novice to
clear-cut.
movies, you can like, oh yeah, that. You
It's
know?
Yeah.
so clear cut, and that's one of the things I love so much about this is that like you don't have to like we've taken one fucking movie class each. Like we've taken one film
Yeah.
class. I don't know what the fuck
I
I'm
took
talking about.
one film
I
class
learned
in college, and I don't
anything I know about movies
Yeah.
from video essays.
Mm-hmm.
But like I feel like when you pay attention, you can notice a lot of different stuff about movies. You don't have to pay attention in this movie to get it. You can look at one scene
Unless
in
you're
the
like an
prison and be
idiot.
like,
Yeah.
all right, cool, got it.
But even if you don't see it, like your brain like knows it, like notices it, and
Yeah.
then you just still like I don't know, you feel it even though you don't necessarily see it because it's
Yeah.
just so like in your face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this movie is just so well made.
Yeah.
Like all of the I thought going into this that it would be a little bit difficult to suspend my disbelief about the fact that there's a
CGI.
bear.
Yeah.
But like it works really well.
That's what everybody says, which is funny. And I mean, I agree too. Where
I have one thing to say though.
Okay.
This stresses me out because I think it's just people do it all the time in movies. It's not just this. There is a talking bear, right?
yeah,
But then there's just a normal dog, and he like rides
Oh,
the dog
yeah.
like
That
a
is a good
horse.
point.
Dude, they're both animals.
oh, I mean, there's several like illogical stuff happening, like when Jonathan stops the train stops like immediately.
Immediately? When
and
does
it
that
just
happen?
immediately stops.
Yeah, and then like the whole thing when the Phoenix Buchanan, like before, like when he found out about the book, he could have robbed it that night, but Paddington still worked for I don't know how long to get 1,000 coins.
Oh, and then he just
just
decided to do
waited.
it that night.
Yeah,
for
when
like
you
a
only go
month.
more.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
that's like all those like cinema sins plot point stuff where it's like whatever. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. 'cause,
It's funny to point out, but it still doesn't affect my.
no.
Yeah, it
Oh,
doesn't affect
absolutely.
the actual movie itself. It just like it's
just
something
funny.
that you think about and you're like, oh, that's kind
Oh,
of
another funny one is like when the grandmother shoots like oh, that's a dart gun. She shoots it. The dart hits his head. If that was a
like,
real
she was
gun, he would
trying
have
to
been
kill
dead.
him.
Like,
Oh,
he would
yeah.
have
Trying to
died.
kill him. I noticed
grandma
that
was
too.
a
I was like,
badass.
I was like, damn, she's really fucking
know.
trying to kill this guy.
Hey, I respect it.
So, in the barbershop scene, right? This is just a general question. Did they film some of Paddington in stop motion?
You're talking about like when he grabs the thing.
Yeah,
and
because
like
that looked
the
a lot like stop motion.
Yeah, like it's like was able to like really, I don't know, connect like the physical. Because I'm pretty sure they had to use something. Because like when he's holding the razor or the I don't know, the shaver, like when it's vibrating, like I don't know, it just like works. It's like
Yeah.
it goes a smooth transition from the table to his like hands, and he's like starts moving, and his like hair looks different. And
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
If it wasn't, it looked a lot like stop motion.
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure they had like some bare hands that they had, like when it was like POV shots, like when he's pouring the
I
bucket in
noticed
the
that
water.
too.
It was just
I was like, this looks way too real to be.
like another movie
CGI.
would have done like the bucket and water CGI where Paddington's like, but like it just I don't know.
Yeah.
It looks very like real and tangible.
That's something that I struggle a lot with movies like this, like the CGI and like the effects of like a
Real life,
animal that's
too.
not
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
so difficult to like look past almost. Like this is a really poor example, but like in Breaking Dawn, the Twilight movie, the
wolves,
wolves,
yeah. The
oh
wolves
my
look
god, those are the
awful.
worst things I've ever
I think it's
fucking
Great
seen.
movie series. Wolves look terrible.
Oh my God. I think
Stupid
I think it's because they're
name for a
trying to
kid.
make them realistic, whereas this movie's like it's not an actual bear. Like it's
Yeah.
still like cartoonized a little bit, but it's still it's
Yeah.
like you know
It has an art
But
style.
you
to it.
don't-
it's like if a cartoon existed in real life, you know.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
But it doesn't affect the movie at all. Like
And
how,
there's no
it-
and there's no like weird parts to where like you know, like if you watch Infinity War, like there's a part like where Thanos looks weird. I don't know, there's like one part, but like in this movie, that there's never really that part where it's just
No.
like Paddington's just like
Yeah.
They could have, you know, they probably was this like a last minute scene and they were rushing the CGI people or whatever, and
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, there was. You're right. There was never a time where I looked at the stuff that was going on in this movie and was like, "That doesn't look right."
I have such a soft spot for like animals in movies that are like that. Like Lilo and Stitch. Stitch is like one of my all-time favorite. Like I wish I could have Stitch as a pet. Now I just like wish Paddington was my friend because
Yeah.
he's just
He's just so sweet.
fluffy.
Also, how the fuck did he get sick at the end?
Well, he's just in the water, I guess. I don't know. It's just
he's a
He's just having a panic.
they do
He-
it like he needed to do
immune
something where
system.
he's knocked out for like
Yeah.
a certain amount of days,
Yeah.
and then like
They
he
brought-
wakes up. Oh, I missed Aunt Lucy's birthday.
well, he probably
Yeah.
lost a lot. He was underwater for a really long time.
Yeah, I bet they
He
had a
probably lost
version of that
oxygen in his
scene where he
brain.
passes out and they take him
Yeah.
out, but they were like, "Damn, this is a kids movie. We can't
Yeah,
have this
he-
bear."
when
like,
when that
drown."
was happening, did y'all think, is he gonna die? Like at some point, even like for a moment, where you're like,
No.
No,
You didn't?
I didn't.
Oh, there's
Never.
no way you could have killed off that bear.
yeah, I know, but like there's when I watch it, like kind of like with Toy Story 3, it's the same thing where I'm
Oh,
like, I
yeah.
thought they're gonna die, but
That
then
is
like there's
true.
way like you think that and you like wait, there's no way they would kill him.
I thought they were gonna do like an actual death fake though. Like I thought they were gonna really make you think that he died.
That's exactly what I thought
Which is
too.
what I was saying. I bet there's a version of that
Oh.
scene somewhere where he,
Yeah.
like, you see his eyes close and he starts falling down.
X's
and they, like,
come on
break
his
it. Yeah. And then they watched it back. They were like,
We can't do that.
And then like they bring him up in the
Yeah.
water,
We
give him
can't do
CPR, and like
yeah. They're like,
Could you
"Man, we really can't
imagine
do
the
that."
heartbreak during that scene? Oh my god.
I think what's so great about that scene is like with the music, where the music starts. You know, it's playing like the music is like really like it's empathetic to the scenes. but-
band that kept popping
Oh,
up.
yeah.
I love that song.
Yeah, they were in prison too.
Yeah. But like, and then like when it gets to that serious moment, like if the music is completely out to where all you hear is like the chains like trying to get the thing
Yeah.
open, it's just like, because like music is helping you when you watch a movie, you can change music and it'll make you see
Feel different things
Yeah,
and
it'll make you
see-
see in a different way. But so like with that, you're singing in a very objective way. Like if it was just sad music, well, the sad music comes back eventually when it's like they come to the realization like, oh no, Paddington's gonna die.
Yeah.
You know?
They were underwater for a really long time. I feel like that
I
was
was thinking that
also
too.
a little unrealistic. I
Yeah.
mean, it's a movie with a bear.
Yeah, I see that on a lot too. Like a lot of movies, like where like they're underwater
For-
way too long. But I guess like you when you're swimming in water and like I need to breathe. Like when it gets
Yeah.
painful, but like if you're under there, like you have to either you die. I don't know. At some certain point you'll die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess the only like logical way I could think about it is the fact that he's a bear and they swim a lot. So I mean, like he
So
could have
is-
grown up knowing that. And then
He's
what's
a better
her
swimmer.
Yeah, and then what's her name was like training to swim to France.
Yeah.
So that makes sense a little bit, but it was
Yeah.
still a long time. I just wanted to bring that up.
One of the things that we haven't talked about is the art style of the movie, where it had like
So great.
a lot. Like it could have just been like the animated bear in real life, but like
But it was so many different things.
yeah, like the pop-up book, which is like when he first Aunt Lucy. Oh, I need
Yeah.
to talk about that. Yeah. Anyways, I just remember that. And then like with the mother, how she draws all these sketches
Yeah.
and like how like
They
when
kind
she
of come to life.
when she realizes it's Phoenix, like is the guy like goes through all the sketches of his like
I love that
eyes.
so
that
much.
scene
It
was so good.
Yeah, and then like when she's like when they're recalling what was happening in the store, like it's her drawings, like the drawing what was happening, like you know.
Yeah, I agree with that, and
Mm-hmm.
I think that that's more prevalent in the first kind of half because the one that like pops out to me is when he is like first dreaming of having his I don't know what the aunt's name is.
Aunt Lucy.
Aunt Lucy,
Aunt
are you
Lucy.
serious?
Sorry,
I'm giving you a hard
when
stare
he's
right
like
now.
The whole movie.
when
That
he's-
name I fucking remember.
when he's like first dreaming of having Aunt Lucy in London and
Yeah.
they're going through these different like kind of art styles in the pop-up book like you were saying
Yeah.
and I was like, man,
And they're
this is
interacting with all
so
them.
sweet.
Yeah, like I want to say collages. What is that word I'm looking
Montage?
for? Yeah, like the montages, because like there's the pop-up book montage, there's like the window cleaning montage, like all of those. There's the prison montage where like it's all getting like pastel pinky and stuff. Those were so good, and they brought so much like light, and like you see how it's like a really important scene and like a change, and I don't know.
Yeah, that's
Trying
great.
to sound
Oh,
fancy.
another thing is like that setup and payoff thing is like, anytime they can like make like add like a recurring character or like thing, they do it instead of just making a new thing. It's like everything is connected. Like the ladder, like so he used the ladder like when Phoenix Buchanan breaks through. He used it to get through the window. Like they could have had it where he just breaks in, but like they just use the ladder to where it's like, oh, this is important. At the end, the ladder comes back
To the train.
and that even at the very like that one guy who like really wanted to kill Paddington, who could make a pomegranate glaze thing. At the end, he was the one that was like pulling the rope to bring up Phoenix Buchanan or whatever. Just like it could have been somebody else, but they use him, and you're like, oh, that guy. It's good to see he's doing well.
And then
you know?
when they were going off in the hot air balloon, he was out the. he was like looking out the window. He's like,
good luck, bear.
They could have used any other characters, but like they used him, and especially him because he hated Paddington more than anybody else initially.
Yeah, absolutely.
But one of the things I think makes Aunt Lucy's like appearing at the very end is like so like heavy is the entire time you see her, except for the very beginning where it's like reality. All the other times is like, well, Paddington keeps on talking about her, so obviously it's very important.
Yeah.
You see her in the pop-up book, and you see Paddington with her, but it's just in his mind, which is like, you know, you have like times when you're in your own mind wishing you were with somebody else, and like, but it's real to you, but it's not reality.
Yeah.
Comes back later where like he cries, and like at first you're like, wait, is the plant actually growing?
Oh, I know. I was like, what is this acid trip right now?
But then like he like sees Aunt Lucy when he's in prison and he's
the
sad, and then like
forest
he
and
hugs
everything.
her,
Yeah.
and like visually you see like, oh, he's with her, but then it doesn't really like connect until the very end where you finally see her, where you're like, oh, this is his first time actually like seeing her since like I don't know how long.
I also think that it did a good job of like kind of giving you an impact on the fact that like if she didn't, like it continually talked about how if she hadn't gone to London yet, she probably was never going to go to London.
Yeah,
because
she's 100, dude.
when he's looking at gifts for her, he just kind of makes this throwaway line of he's like, oh yeah, not a lot of bears
lived to 100,
get to 100, and here she is.
It's like
wishing that
without
she could go
her,
to
I wouldn't
London.
have been here in London, and she really wants to go to London.
It
and
just like subtly conveys a bunch of the importance of her character.
Yeah, and they even do that with like the father, like who's like the Platinum Club. Oh, Phoenix became his partner, or Platinum Club. They said so many times, and then like when he shows up in the house, if they would have mentioned it one time, and like, oh, I'm part of the Platinum Club, you as the viewer been like, wait, what? Because there's so much going on, so much like different stuff, and it's all flashy and like colorful, but like remembering that this character is part of an insurance plan, like that doesn't really, but they say it so many times.
And then at the very
like, oh,
end, he's like, he's not a part of the Platinum Club.
Yeah.
they make a point to say that.
Yeah. Fuck you, Phoenix.
It was good. I really like this movie.
I like movies where I can pick out characters. I was saying that the entire time. Like every single like actor was someone that I knew from another thing. I love that shit. Peter Capaldi, bitch.
I don't think you noticed. Is that the guy who plays Knuckles?
No, Peter Capaldi was the
Doctor Who guy.
He was the 12th Doctor. He played the neighborhood watch guy.
Yeah,
Dick.
The racist guy.
Yeah.
The racist guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like. There's a lot
bears.
of like metaphors for huge like things, heavy things, like Mr. Rogers. If you watch One Tree Neighbor, watch.
Okay.
I'm planning on it.
But like his show is about like, it's like for children and it's like serious topics, but like it's easily accessible. Yeah. The guy who's the neighborhood watch dude is totally like would be like a racist person in real life, assuming that because Paddington's a bear, he's all these things.
Yeah.
Oh,
you know?
yeah. Wow, look at that.
There's a whole bunch of other ones,
Yeah.
but what were we talking about before this?
I don't know.
I was talking about actors. Also, parents from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Are they both in there?
Yeah. Oh,
Which
they
ones?
both are.
No shit.
The
mom is the mom.
Yeah, the mom is the mom.
Who's the dad?
The dad is the guy from in prison. I think his name was like I don't
Which
know,
one?
the guy with the long hair.
Was the one
Not
that's
the
like
Indian
from
man, and
the
not
other one?
Knuckles.
Yeah,
the
he's-
other one.
Was it the professor?
No.
Ka-ching.
Ka-ching. Mad Dog. Woof.
Yeah.
No, it was I don't know. It was a guy with long hair. I think his name started with like a P.
Yeah, I think he's in Game of Thrones. I think.
Don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, I know
There's
you're
a lot
talking
of
about.
people in there,
And I'm surprised because you're a Harry Potter person. The one guy who's played Knuckles, he's the Mad Eye Moody guy.
I thought
No,
you said.
he's not.
Yeah, he is, isn't he? I swear to God,
No,
he is.
no.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
pretty
get
sure
into
he
this
is.
discussion.
No,
I have
no,
damn
no,
idea.
no.
I'm gonna look it up, and I'm gonna be right.
No.
Which one were you in? The Goblet of Fire.
Yeah, that's not fucking Mad Eye Moody.
I'm
Is
pretty
it?
sure.
No, the other guy that's in he plays the Professor Slughorn. It's not Knuckles, it's the other guy, the Mr. Gruber.
I don't see.
Yeah, that's not fucking Mad
There
Eye
was
Moody.
there were a ton of people that I like recognized.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yep.
I get really excited for Peter Capaldi.
Yep, he is. That's
He's
him.
not Mad Eye Moody.
Look, there he is.
Really?
Yeah,
That's not him.
it is.
If it says it's him, it's him.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Right.
look.
Calling IMDb a liar.
No. Wow. That doesn't.
Probably because he
That
has
doesn't look
both
like-
of his eyes.
Well. Yikes.
Yeah. Now that I'm looking at his IMDb page, I can see it.
Mm-hmm.
You're talking about Knuckles?
Yeah.
Really?
With a capital N.
Yeah. that was a really good joke that went on.
It has lots of like stupid jokes, like
Underappreciated.
J-Dog. Like it's like very like not anti-millennial,
Wow.
but it's making fun of like millennials how they're like trying to be cool and
Yeah.
like
That
Yeah.
blows my fucking mind. I literally had no idea. He looks so different. Wow, yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
He has that face, that like mean face.
He does.
But then he also has like a sweet face when he wants to be sweet. Also, that scene where Paddington's giving him like the hard look, and he's like, "It's getting hot in here."
Yeah.
He's like freaking
That
out.
was so funny.
It's so
yeah.
funny.
The first
That
time I
was so
saw it, I
funny.
was just like, when he called like Aunt Lucy like an old hag or something
Yeah,
like that, I was
oh
like,
no.
ooh, bitch.
Paddington's gonna turn into an
That's the
actual
only
bear.
time you see.
And that's when he's
Paddington
yeah
do
when he's
anything.
angry or when he does something bad or mean is he's just staring at you and like, now you've learned your lesson.
Yeah.
Like
And
that's
it's always like when someone talks about like something that he loves or someone that he loves, because he's
Mm-hmm.
I wants sticks up for the people that he loves.
He does. Well, do we have anything else to say about it?
Oh, I'm sure I'll get to later when I make my video essay on this movie. But
That's fair.
Yeah,
I think we covered a lot of things.
I think we covered a lot.
That's fair.
There's a lot to talk about because
There
it's
is.
so fucking good.
It's a lot to unpack. So let's go around. Justin, we're gonna
Yeah.
get your rating last because we know what it's gonna be. Melissa.
I don't want to go first.
Melissa,
No,
what's your rating?
I want to give it a 10.
You want to give it a 10?
I do. I
Don't
feel
say it
bad.
because I'm here.
I did. That's. I would. I don't know. Can
That's
I
the
give
thing.
it-
Like you like, how could you give it a -1? Like it's so good and so
There's
like
this-
wholesome.
I don't know if it's easier to talk about it because you're here and you know like what specifically to talk about.
Yeah.
But this is like, I mean, again, this is recorded very early, but this has been like the movie where we've talked about it like the most.
We have.
Because there's so much to talk about and it's so good.
And it's like a children's movie.
Yeah.
It is.
How long
That's
is
what's so
crazy.
fucked up.
Fuck it. I'm going to give it a 10.
Okay. I'm gonna give it a 9.5.
I knew you would, pussy.
It's right next to Drive for me. Two very different movies, both very good.
This embodies like everything I love. Just like simple, like sweet, youthful, like just happiness, you know. I can't not give it a 10.
Yeah.
Because Drive and Girl Interrupted are so dark that I feel like it's only fitting.
Yeah.
Give the 10 spot to something.
That's
pure,
fair. Justin?
Pure and sweet. Yeah, Justin, what do you give it?
Well, with my ratings, when I give something like a 9 out of 10, I think it's like technically perfect. Like it's just like it's a really good movie, but it's something that I don't necessarily connect to. Like there's a lot of movies that like are really good that like a lot of people give 10 out of 10s, but I give them 9 out of 10 because it's doesn't really.
You have to feel something.
Yeah, like a 10 out of 10 is something where like I don't even have to justify like why I like it. It's just. Paddington's who's a 10 out of 10, but there's a lot of cool technical stuff with like the sound design and lots of cool points and the music and the shots are really framed awesome and the color schemes and everything, color theory.
I feel like it would be kind of like fucked up for like your favorite movie to not be a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Because like my favorite movie, Silence of the Lambs, and I would 100% give that a 10 out of 10 every single fucking time.
Yeah, obviously if it's like my favorite movie, then yeah.
Yeah.
No surprise there.
Yeah.
So you're giving it a 10?
Yeah.
I like
controversial.
it. I like it.
Oh yeah, we had no idea you were gonna give it a 10. Yeah,
like
I'm gonna
it.
also 10, 9.5.
Well, we can't really give a hint to next week's episode because we're not even close to there
What's
yet.
after P?
Q.
has Q?
Whose letter did I take, by the way? Have you figured that out yet?
Yeah, we have it all mapped out.
We can.
I think it would have been my turn.
Hmm.
Yeah. So Melissa, what you got for Q?
Dude, I think I try to look for Q, and there's like 3 movies.
Well, good luck.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at Q movies.
Like just 3 movies all in general. Like I don't know any of them.
Yeah.
Good luck.
I'll figure out something.
No hint next week then.
Yeah. So,
Oh yeah, y'all usually do hints at the end, but you don't necessarily know.
Oh,
'cause
I
it's
have-
in the future.
Yeah, this
or
is
in
the
this is
future.
the
So far.
past.
This
What's
is
the future
this is
now?
the past. You're
Yeah.
right.
yeah, I don't even have a clue.
Well, no clue this week.
No clue this week. Sorry, guys.
So,
Disappointing.
you can listen to us on iTunes, not Instagram, and Spotify at plot unknown. You can look at pictures that we post on Instagram at plot unknown, no colon. Then on Twitter, plot unknown pod. Facebook, plot unknown.
It's not set up yet as of now. As of
I would say,
10
yeah,
days.
Facebook.
Probably will be by
Yeah, I haven't.
P. And then website plot-unknown.pinecast.co. Email
You sound like a robot.
plotunknown@gmail.com.
Oh, that's your
Anything
email
else?
address? Okay. Jesus
I'll start
Christ.
sending you guys emails.
I would love that.
Please.
Yeah.
We
That's all
need
Luke
somebody to
wants.
send us an email.
Luke just wants some emails.
I do.
I want
And,
people to interact.
I'll be the
and-
first email, just like I'm the first guest.
Please.
Yep.
Yeah. Well,
Yep.
technically.
Yeah, I mean, you're the
well, is
first
there
guest
somebody before
recorded.
Pete?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Who?
Emma's J.
Emma's J.
Okay.
They'll know that before this, though.
The
Yeah.
Jurassic Park. Just
I
I
have
don't
no
know.
No,
idea.
I know what
I
it
don't know
is.
what
Oh,
she's
you know what
doing.
it is? Okay.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's already happened. It's Jawbreaker.
That's fucked up because
Oh, yeah, that
I
is
don't know what
true.
that is.
Whoa.
So,
I do. I haven't seen it, but
thank
as
you,
of
Justin,
now.
for
Tonight.
recording with us.
Yeah.
Showing you the light.
Yeah, showing us
Seriously.
like my life
I'm
has
so
changed.
glad. Yeah,
My
I
life
was
has
waiting.
changed.
Like I was just like waiting for the pivotal moment in my life when I got to watch Paddington 2 with Justin, and I feel like my life is complete now.
I agree.
Go out in the
It's a good
world. When you see somebody in the grocery store, just, I don't know, give them a hug maybe.
We work
you
in
know?
a grocery store.
Tip your
so
hat.
Yeah,
to
yeah.
We
milady.
have to. My lady.
Just give him a quick milady.
Yeah, and if anybody's mean, be like, that's not how Paddington would act.
Yeah. Yeah, seriously, when
Asshole.
on the drive here back with Melissa record this, I was like angry at that one person. But now I'm like, I'm fine. You know, we'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you'll be mad again.
I will be, but like then I'll just watch this
Mad
movie
again.
again. It's like the effects wear off in like,
Yeah.
you know, a while. But
This is one of those movies that you can like, if you're really, really like upset, like this is one of those movies you could watch and just like end
Be happy.
happier and
Yeah.
just full of light. There's always those like few movies that like you can watch when you're sad and it'll just make you so happy.
and let me tell you, he has great rewatchability because it's
Oh, I
number
bet.
6.
I
Wait,
can
what'd you
already.
say?
It says
can
great
already tell.
rewatchability, so
Oh, absolutely.
even if it's a good, yeah. Anyways,
Yeah.
we need to stop talking about because it's, I don't know, probably past, I don't know,
Your
like an
bedtime?
hour. Yeah, it's past my bedtime.
That's Justin's bedtime. But if you want more of Justin, maybe he'll have a video essay up by the time this comes out.
Probably
Yeah,
not.
He'll be in LA and I'll be sad.
Yep. On Carpenter Sound at YouTube.
At youtube.com.
At youtube.com. You got anything else you want to plug?
No, not really. Not,
Okay.
just
Go
my YouTube
watch
channel.
Won't You Be My Neighbor? Go watch Paddington
Yes.
2.
Yeah. We'll
Oh,
also
that's
go
a
watch it.
1-2 punch.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is like
That's a
like
Carpenter
fiction,
1-2 punch.
like the same positive energy, and then like Won't You Be a Neighbor is like the same aura, except like
The same
got
chakras.
the same color and the
yeah,
chakras and
the
his
same
third eye is open.
the same energy, but like how it functions in reality, and it's interesting how like that works.
Yeah.
But yeah, both movies would be good to watch back to back, and you'll be a better person.
Yeah,
Okay.
you will. You will.
Make sure to watch that soon.
Well, thank you again, Justin.
Thanks,
and,
Justin.
Thanks.
He's so happy.
We're gonna see you guys for Q.
Yay! See you for Q.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.